It's hot and dark. You don't know where you are, but you can hear the barking of predators around you. Suddenly, it happens. You're pushed from your comfortable spot and are slopped out onto the savannah floor. Congratulations, you're born. And by congratulations, we mean welcome to a world where most things want to eat you or ignore you to death. No pressure. You are an African wild dog. Thankfully, you were born to the alpha female, which means you weren't killed immediately upon entering this life, and you have a protective mom, which is good when you are an altricial species, aka you're born helpless. In this case, born blind, weighing less than a pound, and an easy snack for local predators. The annoying part is you are one of many siblings, as African wild dogs can have up to 16 pups in a litter. Yikes. That's enough to start a soccer team, but instead of playing, your siblings' main hobbies include stealing food and accidentally attracting predators. 16 mouths to feed. That's tough for a single mom. Except this ain't no single mom who works 2 jobs. This is the alpha female, who will have the whole pack running at her beck and call to help look after you. Just as soon as you're big enough that mom will let others near you without trying to bite their faces off. Talk about a helicopter parent. By the time you're 3 weeks old, mom has chilled out a bit, mostly because you can see now. The problem is you, still need to learn sense. You're going to have to learn to hunt, communicate, and survive before you're cast out of the pack. What's that? You're a female? Females are usually the ones who stay in a pack? Well, hate to break it to you, but nope. Whilst sometimes in nature it's the males who leave, African wild dogs are in that group where the females leave to go make their own pack. But don't get too excited. It's less girl power and more good luck not starving to death. Life is good leaving a pack if you can be the top dog, so whilst you're still a pup, there are 2 things you need to get a handle of before you leave. Let's start with social skills. You'll need to communicate through vocalizations, touches, and ear positions. These can mean different things, and their meanings can change based on the situation or the combination of touches, barks, or ear positions. Mess up a gesture, and you'll go from pack mate to dinner date. This touch could mean, you're my friend. This ear position could mean, I'm not a threat. This vocalization could mean, nuh-uh, oh no you didn't, I know you didn't just try to touch me, I think you're getting the hang of it. There is one other strange vocalization that you'll need to get the hang of. Don't panic, this isn't a new pandemic or plague. It's democracy at work. Sneezing is a voting system for African wild dogs, usually used to choose if they're going hunting or not. Basically, your entire future depends on how convincingly someone fakes a sneeze. A dominant female only needs 3 sneezes for everyone to agree to go hunting, but others in the pack may need 10 or more sneezes. Hunting is the main way you'll get your food, although sometimes if something like a rat is dumb enough to cross your path, you'll have it as a little treat. Your main prey, though, are wildebeest, zebra, and warthogs. Your coats aren't just a fashion statement, but they're also great for making sure you don't bake in the African sun, so you know who's who, and also so you can blend in and sneak up on prey. Ready? Steady? Go! Oof. So, you can't always catch them, but actually not getting a hunt is actually rare. African hunting dogs get 80% of their kills, which is like an A+. That's miles ahead of most other large predators, including the so-called king of the jungle, fumbling around with a D- at barely 30%. And then there's the backbencher tiger, scraping by with a pathetic 10%, who is definitely gonna have to retake this class. But don't get too cocky. Dragonflies are out here crushing it with a jaw-dropping 95%. Meanwhile, harbor porpoises, those kinds of cute floating torpedoes, are chilling at 90% like it's no big deal. With a few more hunts under your belt, your biological clock ticking, and your mom practically packing your bags for you, you're now ready to leave to make your own pack. You and your sisters are going to have the world's worst road trip and set off into the depths of Africa where there are lions, hyenas, and worse, estate agents. Yes, even you can't escape the horror that is house hunting in this economy. On the left, we have a gorgeous piece of territory with a den perfect for a new litter of pups. What does it cost? Your entire bank account. What do you mean you're an African wild dog and therefore can't open a bank account? Ugh, fine, okay. And you thought the wild was free? Let's move on to the next property. It's tiny, it's next to a farm, and it's almost certainly going to be turned into a shopping mall in 2 to 5 years' time. Don't let the fact it's next to a farm fool you. This isn't some idyllic ideal. Humans live there. Sure, you might sneak off with a goat or chicken occasionally, but humans get pretty peeved when that happens and tend to turn into Karens or fight back with guns or poison. So there are no good options. That's about standard, but you take the best of the worst, the farm, and just try to avoid your neighbors. Soon enough, though, you realize that living next to a human is worse than you thought. They can't just leave passive-aggressive notes on your doorstep. Oh, no, no, no. That would be too easy. Instead, they cut down the trees in the area, chase you away from the farm, and worst of all, keep their mangy mutts around, which means you could get rabies, distemper, or parvovirus. On top of all that, there's infighting between you and your sisters. You all want to know who's going to be the alpha, but there's the problem of actually picking the alpha. I mean, obviously it should be you, you're the eldest, but of course the youngest one wants all the attention, and don't even get us started on the middle child. There's only one thing for it. They're gonna have to get a boyfriend. Let's head to Tinder. Bachelor number 1, an older male with a decent income and no kids. Sounds like fun, right? Wrong. He's older than you, meaning he won't last as long, and the fact he's this old with no kids means he either wasn't dominant enough to be the alpha, or he can't have kids. Okay, we got the age issue down, but he lives with mom, and she won't let you join her pack or drag her precious baby boy from her. Okay, last one. Number 3, a young male who is hunting for a new pack. Fits the age bill and he's got nothing tying him to another pack. Perfect. Thank goodness when you meet him, he actually looks like his profile picture. The last thing you need is catfishing in the savannah. With a mate on your arm, all you need to do to become the alpha is have puppies. Talk about moving fast. 2.5 months later, and boom, you got puppies, keeping them hidden in a den like your mom hid you. Surely now you'll be alpha forever. You cannot be alpha forever. Over the years, you will go through the cycle of hunting, sneezing, your human neighbors being Karens, and puppies for about another 8 years. By now, having puppies feels exhausting, and it's about time another lass took over. You spend your twilight years resting and helping with hunting where you can, but even now as you walk around the territory you've known for years, you can't help but notice how few other African wild dogs there are. Maybe, like you, they're getting old. Or maybe, just maybe, something else is coming. You don't know when it happens, but eventually a human will get you in the back of the head with a bullet, much like many of your cousins and siblings. You go into that great big dog park in the sky. Wait, what do you mean they're denying you entry? The dog park is only open to domestic dogs? Oh, come on, that is some bullsh. It's hot and dark. You don't know where you are, but you can hear the barking of predators around you. Oh, no, not this again.